Okay, it's recording. But babe, your head's cut off. Should I move it up?
No, you good.
Let me move it up.
I can lean down.
No, but you're gonna look all weird and awkward. Just move it up a little bit.
Okay.
Sit up normal. How you're gonna sit?
I'm sitting.
Okay. Sorry guys, this is our first time doing a vlog outside, but we're taking advantage of the warm weather and we're drinking some rosé. Cheers, baby.
We were eating Takis and rosé. That's killer combination right there. You gotta try it
Any
sometime.
spicy chip and wine bomb.
Yeah, what she said.
Anyways, me and my husband were having a discussion about, I guess I need to figure out an intro to this. I don't have an intro yet. I'll figure it out. But anyway, me and Ken we're having a discussion about love. What is love? What is love to a marriage, a relationship? Like, what is your meaning of love? And this comment that he said struck up this whole conversation that we've been having since yesterday, since last night. We keep talking about it.
Right.
Go ahead and just say it so we can pop it off.
Talking about like what specific?
You said that love means being with somebody even after they don't have a six-pack anymore.
Oh yeah. Basically, like, I mean,
but I feel like that's just scratching the surface. Like, that's not even.
It definitely is just scratching the surface. But a lot of people look at the outside, like what they can see in the relationship. They value that more than, it just depends on how people value a relationship. A lot of people evaluate like the physical, you know what I'm saying, way more. Like, hey, if she don't look good, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess if you put it that way, you didn't break it down that way.
I really did. I didn't break it down that way.
You see, all my points that I made you make that point.
Right.
But initially, when he said it, he said just the fact that when you. I
basically was saying, like, when things ain't going good, that's how you see how real the love is. Because I was telling her, anybody can be around when things is picture perfect. When, finances are there. Like, when the income is looking good, you can buy what you want or whatever. Like, anybody can stay around for that. It's when things aren't going well or when things don't go as planned. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you see how real the love is, to what extent, the love is there. But
I believe, like, it's the foundation beyond that first. Like, if you have a good foundation in your relationship, that doesn't have to do with love. It has to do with trust. It has to do with, I don't know what else, communication.
Right.
And sex. A lot of people don't think sex matters, but it does. It's in that jumble.
Right.
And it needs to be like the good has to outweigh the bad, definitely.
Right.
So I think that the foundation determines what is going to be happening on those hard times. If the foundation is already
100%,
wobbly and messed up, of course a hard time is going to knock you down. But if you have a good foundation, of course, like, the good outweighs the bad. Like, yeah, I'm going to stick through this little bump in the road or big bump in the road or whatever it is. Like, you get ready for that. You have a lot of foundation, and you have a lot of, like, I don't know what's the word, like, you're ready for whatever,
Yeah, like a bump in the road ain't gonna, you got a strong, like you said, you got a strong foundation. So a little bump in the road, that ain't gonna affect nothing. You gonna get past that together and keep it pushing.
Because he was saying earlier, when we went to get groceries to make dinner and stuff, and he was saying, but what if, like, somebody just up and leaves whenever somebody gets in a bad car? You said, what if somebody up and leaves just because somebody lost their job? And I'm like, to me, it's never just about because somebody lost their job.
That ain't what I meant.
I meant already some stuff beyond that for somebody to just up and leave because somebody lost their job.
Yeah, I might have said that, but that's not what I meant. I meant when the finances ain't flowing like.
I got a bad back. Let me sit right.
Like both parties are used to, when the finances become different. You can't no longer spend how you were spending and stuff. Not losing a job. I meant when the finances, change, like switch
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean? But I mean, just at the end of the day, like, I mean, we probably look at it different because we've been together 20 years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I think
we
like
look at it
even
probably
when we were
different
together
than-
10 years, I think even when we're together
Even 10,
5
yeah,
years,
even
like
10.
I think I feel like our foundation and our foundation was always good. Like we always loved each other.
right,
We always have loved each other. We have always loved everything about our relationship and how
Right.
we can both be ourselves in our relationship, and
right.
we've practically grown up together because I'm only 36. We've been together for 20 years this year.
one, yeah.
So it's kind of like, I think, like I said, when that foundation is there, the fact that we've communicated, we've had deep love for each other and trust for each other. Like I think that foundation, whatever we've gone through in our relationship, because our relationship hasn't been perfect, but whatever we've gone through in our relationship, we've been able to get through it because
Right.
that foundation is like so strong that we couldn't see ourselves with nobody else, or we couldn't see ourselves, beyond.
You got to be willing to sacrifice as far as like you got to be willing to meet each other like somewhere close to the middle. I always say that, but it's true though. Like if one person always over here, and you got the other person that's willing to budge, man, that shit gonna get old. It's gonna get
Don't
old.
curse.
It's gonna get old. My bad, but yeah, it's gonna get old. Like
Because
Too-
kids might see this, and I don't want them to be
Yeah.
like,
too much of anything gets old. That's just how it is, man.
Yeah, for
Too
sure.
much of anything gets old. If you
You get
you know-
exhausted sometimes in a relationship, but that's how it is. Like whenever one's lacking in the relationship, the other one's picking up for them.
Right.
And sometimes it's like that. But it doesn't mean that it's forever. Like you
right,
do it until you can, and then, or sometimes some people are vocal from the beginning, like, look, I'm not gonna do this. This is something I'm not gonna do.
Right.
So you have to figure it out. But like you said, it is compromise for sure.
right,
I don't think it's sacrifice. Well, for us, like we sacrificed for our kids. We had them young, so it's like we sacrificed ourselves. We went without so our kids could go with. But I
Right.
don't think that, like, as far as sacrifice for us, I don't know. For us, I don't feel like sacrifice.
compromise probably a better word.
Yeah,
It's really
compromise.
like if you strong in your, but say like you got one person that's Catholic and one person that's Baptist. Well, obviously, if you have a kid, you got to meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you probably gonna have to meet somewhere in the middle. Like, the other person not gonna be just fully okay with. No, I want him to go to a Baptist church and like that's it. Like, you gotta meet somewhere in the middle. It's just things like that. But like, that's where love comes into play. Like, if you really truly love somebody, you willing to bend. You willing to, like meet in the middle. That's just
Yeah.
how it go. And then, like, you look at like some people like us. Like, since the very beginning of our relationship, we always our finances was always one. Like, we got one bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That I've noticed though, that's not for everybody.
that's what I was getting to.
It's not for everybody.
And it works, and that works for us. But for some people, it works having everything separate. It's really whatever works for you, as long as you come together and make
Yeah,
that bond
make that
strong. Like
decision
whatever,
together.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Because-
whatever makes that bond together strong is really how how each side, decides to come bring it to the table. But
Yeah.
like it's different strokes for different folks, man. Everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't the same. But it's what works for you. But as long as that bond strong, though, that's what matters the most. As long as that bond strong,
Yeah. Definitely.
because I mean,
Like, okay, so we were also I mean, we had this talk since yesterday, so that we can't touch on every single aspect of everything we talked about. But we also talked about, like, Kendrick mentioned, like, the fact that somebody that's been in the relationship for, let's say, 30, 40 years.
Right.
And stuck with their vows no matter what their partner did. Like, their partner was not the best partner.
Right.
They were selfish. But the other person just stayed there, and he's saying that that's true love.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, because I believe, okay, it can be in some like, okay, there are probably some situations where that can be like, that person just loves that other person so much that they are hoping that maybe one day they'll change, or maybe hoping one day some things will just change, or
11 minutes. How long you want to go?
15. We'll do 15.
Yeah.
What was I saying? The one person will change, or that the circumstances will change. Like,
right.
Sometimes maybe they have kids, or the financial situation. A lot of people won't walk away from a marriage in general because financially they're living so good. Maybe their partner makes great income, and they don't want to leave because they don't want to leave the lifestyle or something like that. I don't think that that's true love. I don't think that that's true
Yeah, that's
love.
true.
I just
Breaking
think
it down
that
like that, yeah, you're right.
That's just willing to compromise themselves, willing to compromise their happiness for maybe a material thing, or a comfortable thing. But I don't think that that's true love.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you think?
I mean, not if you put it like, it's like an investment. If you invested all that time, and you know, like the other party ain't really, you know, just kind of been there, and the end result, you don't get nothing out of it. Then
You're like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not gonna let him go spoil no other woman. I'll sit here and take it. Or I'm not gonna go let her spoil no other man.
Right.
I'll sit here and just take it and let them go do what they do,
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
can continue to live the lifestyle that I'm living.
Right.
You think that's what it is, more so?
Depends on the situation. Yeah, a lot of times it is like that.
Wow.
You know it is.
I mean, I do know it is, but it's
A lot of
just
times
sad.
it is like that. Yeah, it is. I mean, we could even say that about a lot of celebrities. Like, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the case with a lot of celebrities and regular people. The finances make a big thing, because it's like, I mean, they make a big deal because it's like,
It's cheaper to keep her.
nah, just like, what? Or it could be on the other end, like the wifey bringing all the income in,
Yeah.
and the dude just sticking around, but the wife is allowing him to do that. Like, I mean, if you the breadwinner and you got me, for instance, you know, like in and out of jobs, then I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to accept my bullshit. I mean, my bad. My BS for me to stick around. You gotta be able to accept that, because if you don't accept that, I gotta go another direction, because I can't financially support myself.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta accept that in order for me to stick around. If I'm the one that can't keep a job, and you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to accept
what
that.
does that saying go? People only do to you what you allow them to do to you.
Right.
That saying.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think I want some insight and input on this. What do you guys think? Just let us know.
Definitely give us some insight and input on that.
I mean, I know, like, when it comes to love, it's an open book type of thing. Like, everybody's definition of love, you just scratch the surface, because love can be so deep, it can be shallow, it can be like all these different things. Like,
Right.
what do you guys think that true love really means? Because Ken thinks, you can't change it now because you already said it. Ken thinks that true love is loving somebody even after they don't have their six-pack.
That's what I said, yeah.
And I believe that love means
Basically, when things ain't all perfect. But I use that as an example. It's funny, but yeah, basically when things ain't picture perfect, that's what I meant. That's when you find out what the love is.
yeah.
That's basically that's what I was saying. But I did use that as an example. You know what I'm saying?
I told him he never had a six-pack.
She-
He never-
she-
He's always been muscular, but a six-pack though.
I had like the formations of one of them, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get it back. I'm still look, as you can see, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even flexing. I'm just sitting here regular. But you see the thumbs.
really?
You see the thumbs though. Let's snap out and
He's such a...
snap out and bite somebody. But I'm not even that kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? Smooth, mellow fellow. Especially now I'm 40 now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be mellow. You know what I'm saying? Cool like
Babe,
the
you've
breeze.
been mellow since you came out, I feel like. Even your mom said. You've been a mellow
She did
fellow.
say that. She did say
You've
that.
been a good...
That's just my temperament. I don't know.
Sorry,
That's just my
Violet's back
temperament.
there trying to protect us.
Yeah.
Her little ball of fluff. But anyways, that's all we wanted.
Yeah,
and
give
then
it-
we will...
give us some feedback,
Maybe we
give
can
us some
continue
opinions.
this conversation, whatever you guys think. Oh,
Definitely.
yeah, because Violet's barking. Bye.